Alright, hello and welcome back to day 2 of virtual Comox Airshow. Today, unfortunately, we do not have a set-in-stone schedule that I can put in the chat like I had yesterday. That is due to some performers switching to fly yesterday to fill in the slot of a cancel performer. On the topic of cancel performers, we do have 2 cancel performers. I will let you know what they are shortly. Today's 2 cancel performers is the virtual CF-18 demo, VCAF Fifi, and let me see if we have any more, and I'll let you guys know. The RCAF Harvard also isn't showing up, and the C-17 West Coast. And City of Hamilton P-51 isn't flying either. But so far... Oh, also the Danish F-16 also is not flying, and Big Beautiful Doll. But, on good news, we still have many teams flying, like Virtual Vandy 1, Sunliners, the Rafal, the F-18 Chile demo team, Virtual Legacy TAC demo, VMFA 3232, and Virtual Marine Legacy Flight. So, today's first act we'll be getting into is the Sunliners demo team. So let's give them a nice warm welcome to the stage. Their feed should be coming in shortly.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
Do you think about the days when we sat down smoking? yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live.
Alright, everyone, let's give it up for the Sunliners. I believe this was their debut act, so give them a big round of applause. Up to next, we will have the Marine Legacy Flight. That should be interesting. That consists of the Legacy TAC demo, VMFA 232, and then their legacy flight. So this feed we're going to be getting from their team, this is going to be 2 demos and 1 heritage flight, essentially. So without further ado, let's give them the stage and give them a warm welcome.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Virtual Marine Fighter Tax Squadron 232 takes pride in demonstrating for you this afternoon. The pilot, Major Zach Bowman, call sign Killer, is your demonstration pilot today. He is taxiing out now and will shortly be on the runway prepared for takeoff. I am First Lieutenant Alex Zeckerman, call sign Sonic, and I'm proud to represent the Virtual VMFA 232 in the Marine Corps this lovely afternoon. As Killer prepares for takeoff, watch how it is a complete carrier-style takeoff, meaning that he'll check all controls and smoke, all while spooled up, prepared for takeoff. Once he gets to the end of the runway, he'll pull up sharply and exit the flight line vertically. Killer will pull up at 7 times the force of gravity, then perform a high angle of attack maneuver, showcasing the Hornet's slow speed, high AOA maneuvering capabilities. Killer will next demonstrate the rolling precision of the F-18 with the 4-point roll. From the right, Killer will roll his aircraft 4 times, pausing after each 90 degrees. From the left, Killer is set up at a relatively slow speed. He will roll inverted and pass its show center at these slow speeds. Ladies and gentlemen, the slow inverted pass. Aircraft 3 times, passing show center. Ladies and gentlemen, the triple roll. Now, from the left, Killer is in for the infamous minimum radius turn, where he'll execute a 7.5 G afterburning turn in true Hornet fashion. from the left, Killer will showcase the top of his aircraft by rolling over 90 degrees. From the left, the top side pass. Now, from the right, Killer will demonstrate the slow speed handling of the F-18. This will put him very close to stalling, and essentially standing the Hornet on its tail. Ladies and gentlemen, the High Alpha Pass. Pilots often have to fly at speeds close to or over the speed of sound. From the left, Killer will demonstrate the ability to sneak into an airspace virtually undetected. From the left, the High Speed Pass. From the right, watch as Killer passes in front of you and pulls into a half loop, then dives straight down, showing the looping precision of the F-18. From the left, Killer is approaching for their next maneuver, where he will essentially stall his aircraft and roll 720 degrees and exit the flight line. Ladies and gentlemen, from the left, the flat pirouette. aviators here today who appreciate the skill of carrier landing will love this next maneuver. From the right, Killer has his landing gear and tailhook extended on a simulated approach for landing. From the right, Killer will roll his aircraft 360 degrees passing show center. Ladies and gentlemen, the dirty roll. F18C on Instagram. I am First Lieutenant Alex Zetterman, call sign Sonic, your narrator for the show. We hope you have enjoyed. Have a good day!
Cuban is now rejoining for the virtual Marine Heritage Flight, a living, flying history of Marine Corps aviation from the days of World War I to the present. In 1912, First Lieutenant Alfred Cunningham went to naval aviation training, and later that year took off for the first time in a Burgess Model H, one of the very first aircraft flown in a military role. Marine Corps airmen have since served in conflicts such as World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and the War on Terror. Ladies and gentlemen, from your right, the Marine Corps Heritage Flight. The flying information for you today are the A-4 Skyhawk, flown by Luke Shuggy Foster from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the F-18 Hornet, flown by Zach Killer Bowman from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and the F-18 Hornet, flown by Aaron Cuban Laura from Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, from ahead and to the left, the bottom-up pass. The A-4 Skyhawk is a light attack aircraft which has flown in the roles of ground attack, bombing, and aerial refueling, and finally served as an aggressor aircraft for the Navy's Fighter Weapons School, more famously known as Top Gun. In common with all Navy and Marine Corps aircraft, the A-4 and F-18 are equipped with tailhawks, allowing them to land aboard U.S. Navy aircraft carriers at sea. Take a look to your right, as all three pilots have extended their tailhooks to set up for a pass.
Hold my hand, everything will be okay. I heard from the heavens that clouds have been gray. Pull me close, wrap me in your aching arms.
The A-4 Skyhawk took its last flight in Marine Corps service on July 6, 1990, after a 30-year flying career, and was replaced with the F-18C Hornet, the multi-role strike fighter flying alongside the A-4 for you today. From behind, the Marine Corps Heritage Flight makes its way for the final pass, the formation break. Once again, we thank you all for coming out and watching this display of Marine Corps history. From the right, here comes Shuggy in the A-4 Skyhawk. From the left, here comes Cupid and Killer with one more high-speed pass.
Social disease will then take your medicine.
they beat us every damn year. It's been a minute since we pulled out a win. I loaded the truck down with beer, drove down to watch them do it again. And they did, so we went to the bar right after. Met a girl with a houndstooth print of her chapter on her shirt, and it turned into talking all night. She came back with me across the ball, still right. It's a joke song, cause they lost big this time. I got the #1 pick, Bonnie Ridley's brought her over to the other side. A little B-side depth.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Miles Hawkins, callsign Kazi from Macomb, Mississippi, and on behalf of the United States Marine Corps and Marine Fighter Task Squadron 323, we are proud to present the virtual Legacy Hornet demo team. Our demonstration shows the power and extreme maneuverability of the F-18C, as well as the professionalism and skill of the pilots who fly it and the crew chiefs to maintain it. The demonstration you'll witness today over the Comox Airshow is a tribute to all of the men and women of the armed forces and those deployed around the globe, and in particular those of the Marine Fighter Task Squadron 323. Before we continue, let's first introduce the team members that make this demonstration possible. From Brisbane, Australia, our flight engineer, Belly Fox, callsign Rue. From Chicago, Illinois, our team chief, Jonathan Demraj, callsign Simba. From Dubuque, Iowa, our combat-proven fighter pilot and safety officer, Levi Kiernan, callsign Tango. From Baton Rouge, Louisiana, our executive officer, Luke Foster, callsign Shuggy. And your 2025 virtual Legacy Hornet demo pilot, an experienced combat-proven pilot with many flight hours in aircraft such as the F-18 and T-45. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Aaron Noir, callsign Cuban. And once again, I am Miles Hawkins, callsign Kazi from Macomb, Mississippi, the team supervisor and narrator for today's demonstration. Today, we will present to you the raw power and strength of the best multi-role strike fighter of its time. Watch from behind and overhead as Cuban performs a maneuver that we call the double Immelman. In this maneuver, Cuban will perform a half loop, roll out over the top, and pull back up before executing 2 consecutive 360-degree flat turns.
Demo control. Once again, gonna show these Canadians why they keep using our jet. Come to fight and come to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Marine Corps Air Station Miramar in San Diego, California, prepare to feel the sting of the legendary F-18 Hornet! From the right, Cuban will showcase the extreme turning radius of the Legacy Hornet. Coming in at about 400 miles an hour, he will roll his aircraft 90 degrees, pull back on the stick, and sustain 7.5 Gs throughout the turn. Then watch as Cuban slides into the vertical to set up for a high G loop. Now, from the left, Cuban will demonstrate the Hornet's precise maneuverability by pulling up and creating the shape of a square, repositioning the nose 4 different times while pulling almost 5 Gs. Navy and Marine Corps pilots take great pride in their ability to land aboard United States Navy aircraft carriers at the end of each sortie. These nuclear-powered floating cities can travel all around the globe without stopping for over 20 years. And now approaching from crowd left and in landing configuration, Cuban will take a simulated wave-off, selecting full afterburner and accelerating away from the deck. Listen closely as the pilot and the landing signal officer communicate during their carrier approach.
Chances are that you might find that we share a common discomfort now. I feel I'm walking a fine line.
017, you're 3-4 smile out, call the ball.
Cuban, roger ball.
Roger ball. Come right. A little high. It's a little high, come left. Wave off, wave off.
Ever watch the sun go down from the bed of a picture?
Cuban is maneuvering his aircraft for the dirty inverted pass. This will be a dangerous and difficult maneuver, as flying the aircraft upside down completely changes the way the aircraft operates, making it very important for the pilot to make small adjustments in order to stay level. Now from the right, Cuban in the dirty inverted pass.
Let me show you how country feels. Get your hair down, get you some of this laid on back. Get your shit out, pick it up, get you some of this laid down back. Take you up and down, there's hollers and hills. Let me show you how country feels.
Cuban will now demonstrate the Hornet's ability to point its nose at will. Coming in at about 300 miles an hour, he will roll 90 degrees and pull back as hard as possible with the stick. The ability of the F-18 to switch direction at a moment's notice can mean the difference between life and death in air-to-air engagement. Now, from the left, the pitch right. The Hornet has the capability of reaching speeds above Mach 1 over 800 miles per hour. From the right, Cuban will demonstrate just a portion of the F-18's true full speed. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the sound of freedom in the Hornet's High Speed Pass.
A little unconfident, cause you don't understand to do what I can, but sometimes I don't make sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cuban is now setting up for a classic Hornet maneuver known as the vertical climb. He will pull straight up into the vertical while dumping his flares, then reverse his flight path back towards show center to perform the iconic loaded roll.
You'll find that out anyway.
nation's soldiers, sailors, marines, airmen, and coast guardsmen, and especially those who made the ultimate sacrifice by giving their lives to defend our great nation and the freedom of others. From behind and to the right, the virtual Legacy Hornet demo team proudly presents the Dedication Pass. The Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 323, also known as the Death Rattlers, is a real-life carrier-based squadron first commissioned on August 1st, 1943 at Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point in North Carolina. First flying the iconic F-4U Corsair, the squadron adopted the F-9F Panther and Cougar fighter jets in the mid-1950s before finally achieving supersonic flight in 1964 with a switch to the F-4 Phantom. Since 1982, VMFA 323 has flown the all-weather twin-engine supersonic multi-role fighter, the world-famous F-18 Hornet. Standing up in front of you, Cuban dedicates this pass to the history of VMFA 323 and to all the aviators currently and formerly a part of it. We live by our motto every single day, in and out of duty, as a tribute to our history. Come to fight, come to win!
Alright everyone, let's give it up for those 3 good demos that they put on. Up next, we have the F-18 Chile demo team, so let's give them a warm welcome to the stage. And enjoy the rest of the show.
Damas y caballeros, podemos presenciar ya en la pista a nuestro piloto Paralyze, proveniente desde Antofagasta, Chile. Se prepara para este gran evento. Estamos a la espera de que ya le den el visto bueno en la torre para presenciar este hermoso show que nos trae desde Chile. Damas y caballeros, Paralyze. Damas y caballeros, desde Chile se hace presente el F-18 Hornet Demo Team. Con gran emoción presentamos a este gran piloto. Paralyze. Piloto del F-18 Hornet y comandante del escuadrón Royal Hawks. Podemos ver como ya nuestro piloto va tomando velocidad para luego hacer algo muy especial. Asciende y Va retomando y retoma nuevamente su vuelo. Nuestro piloto Paralyze. Es un honor presentarles al F-18 Hornet Chile Demo Team. Con gran emoción, presten atención a la maniobra de este gran piloto. Paralyze. Cabe recordar, y como dato muy importante, el comandante Paralyze siempre se prepara y va renovando sus rutinas para cada evento aeronáutico. Esta vez nos trae muchas sorpresas y vamos a ver qué nos trae Paralyze desde Chile. Se aproxima, lanzando humo y a vuelo bajo y lento por la pista, saludando a todo público con el tren aterrizaje abajo. Nuestro querido piloto demostrando la gran hazaña de este grandioso avión F-18 Hornet. En estos momentos se prepara nuestro piloto para hacer un vuelo invertido al frente de todo el público. Prepárense para el vuelo invertido de Paralyze. Es importante tener muchas horas de vuelo para tener esta capacidad de vuelo con este avión, ya que demuestra muchas capacidades en estos vuelos acrobáticos, debido a que cada vuelo acrobático tiene su dificultad. En esta vez podemos ver a nuestro querido piloto volando invertido por la pista, haciendo un saludo a todo el público presente. Para nosotros como delegación chilena estamos muy orgullosos de estar presentes aquí en este gran evento junto a nuestro piloto Paralyze, que está representando a este hermoso país, Chile. Agradecidos de todos y de la organización de este magnífico evento. Nos vemos en una próxima.
Alright everyone, let's give them a big round of applause in the chat. That was an amazing demo from the F-18 Chile team. Show some love. And up next, we have the Rafal B Storm Tiger. I believe that's what it was called. Let me check. Yeah, Rafal Storm Tiger. This will be an interesting display. I believe we've only had a Rafal fly once at one of our shows, and that was V Riet, so I'm very interested to see what this Rafal demo is going to be like. So without further ado, let's give them a warm welcome to the stage.
Just confess your girl admits that we the shit. F-R-E-S-H, we fresh. G-E-F, that's right, we definite. We definite. B-E-P, we reppin' it. So, turn me up. Turn me up. Turn me up. Come on, baby, just pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. And side. Side. Yo, yo. Turn up the radio. Blast your stereo right now. This joint is sizzling. Sizzling right. You check this out right here. Do wanna hate on us, dude. Do need to ease on up, dude. Do wanna act on gut, but do get shut like Flavor Shut. Chick say she ain't down, but chick backstage when we in town. She like men on drums. She wanna hit and run. Yeah, that's the speed, that's what we do, that's who we be. B-L-A-C-K-E-Y-A-D-D to the E, then the A to the S. When we play, you shake your ass. Shake it, shake it, girl. Make sure you don't break it, girl. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Come on, baby, just pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. And side. Side. Yo, yo. Turn up the radio. Blast your stereo right now. This joint is sizzling. It's sizzling right.
For the eye, full of feel, I feels live and direct, rocking the scene. Bringing on down for the B-boys and B-girls, making it do they thing. Pumping, louder, come on, don't stop, and keep it going, do it. Let's get it on, move it.
Come on, baby, do it.
you've been told, but time is running out. No need to take it slow. I'm stepping to you toe to toe. I should be scared, honey, maybe so, but I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the clouds below. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. I don't know what you've been told, but time is running out, so spend it like it's gold. I'm living like I'm 90 got no regrets even when I'm broke. Yeah, I'm at my best when I got something I'm wanting to steal. Way too busy for them problems and problems to feel. Yeah, yeah, no stressing, just obsessing with sealing the deal. I take it in and out, but I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the clouds below. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the clouds below. I ain't worried about it.
All right, everyone, let's give it up for the Rafal team. That was an amazing demo. We will be having our feed switch to the next demo very shortly. I have to step away for one moment because it has been a long show and I need to use the bathroom. So this will be the bathroom break of the show. We will be resuming the show in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Don't turn off the stream. You don't want to miss the next few performers because they will be great. Alright everyone, we're going to be getting back started here. Up next we have Virtual Vandy 1. They've come to many of our shows. They're always a great performer. Let's see what they have in store for us today, because they always like to switch it up on us. So they're probably going to put on an amazing show. So everyone get ready for some amazing action from Virtual Vandy 1.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Your Virtual Vandy 1 is honored to fly for you today. This, our second public flight demo of the 2025 season. Off to your right, Mason Killshot Kaminsky is setting up for his show. He will check his flaps and stabs and get ready to burn up the skies. A virtual Comox Airshow.
Fly this show for Val Kilmer. Clear skies and tailwinds, Admiral. We won't let you down.
Feels good. We're clear for high show. Copy high show, Killshot. Here we go. From the right, in the F-18 Super Hornet, your Virtual Vandy 1. Pitching the nose straight up. He'll be setting up for his next maneuver, rolling his aircraft 270 degrees to a perfectly set left bank. He'll be setting up for his dedication pass. From the right, your Virtual Vandy 1 and the dedication pass. As Killshot makes his approach from the left, setting up for a maneuver that looks very familiar. Done by the F-14 Tomcat demo and the PAC-F Viper demo. Also Viper demo from the left. Vandy 1 in the flat 8. Jet hard to the left. He will drop the gear, the flaps, and the tailhook, and slow his jet down to approximately 150 knots. At show center, he will light the burners, set the gear up, and pitch the nose straight up for the carrier configuration pass. From the right, Vandy 1 in the carrier configuration pass. Pushing the nose forward and throwing his jet to the left. He will slowly reposition to set up for an 8 in the sky. From the left, creating an 8 in the sky is Killshot in the Cuban 8. Wrapping around to the right. Killshot is setting up to perform the maneuver he created all by himself, like a big boy. From the right, Killshot in the Vandy Special. He'll be setting up for his high-speed pass, throwing his jet in full afterburner and approaching show center at approximately 600 knots, just under the speed of sound. From behind and to your left, Vandy 1 and the high-speed pass. Exiting to the right, he will pull his jet as hard as he possibly can to set up for his high alpha pass. He will slow his jet down to 165 knots and point the nose up about 30 degrees nose high. From the right, Vandy 1 in the high alpha pass. Setting up for his next maneuver, he will pull around to the left. This maneuver is very common in the aviation world. From the left, Vandy 1 in the inverted to inverted roll. Pulling his jet straight up and doing a couple rolls, he will pull his jet back towards the show line and set up for his high-speed bottom-up pass. From in front to the left, Vandy 1 and the high-speed bottom-up pass. say thank you to everyone who came out. We couldn't have done it without you. Greatly appreciate every single person in the stands, fake or real, don't care. Anyway, here we go. Final maneuver. Now, directly in front of you, Killshot and Vandy 1. Break every single rule possible. FAA does not exist here for Vandy 1. Once again, we'd like to thank every person for coming out. This wouldn't be possible without the love and support from our fans. If you want more insight on the team, please join the Discord and follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, Virtual Vandy 1. Now, as the Jets come into land, give them a wave.
Alright everyone, that concludes Virtual Vandy 1. Give him some love in the chat. And I am now joined by Killshot. Say hello, Killshot.
Hello, guys.
Killshot is the pilot of Vandy 1. We're going to be giving him a little pilot interview. It's not a pirate interview. But Killshot, why don't you tell us what your team does?
Well, basically, my team tries to break every single rule we possibly can, as you guys just heard.
Fair enough.
I put that jet to the limit to where it's probably not airworthy after I'm done. But our maintenance crew is really, really good. So they get it back in the air for me.
Is real life. Your maintenance crew would absolutely hate you.
Oh, yeah, I'd be fired. 100%.
Alright, tell us a bit about your team. Tell us a bit about Vandy 1.
Well, basically, it all started on Flight Sim, actually. In 2021, I got my hands on a flight stick, and I just decided, oh, I'm going to fly the F-14 in the Vandy 1 livery. And I was just like, what can I do in this thing? So I took her up, and I kind of just I just saw what I could do. Tried everything I possibly could, from losing control to the jet, to recovering the jet, and just seeing what I like. And then the music taste. Don't get me started about the music taste, because I love that type of music.
Yeah, Vandy 1 has always had a very distinct, playlist, which I really enjoy every time I see it. You never fail to disappoint with your demos. First off, great demo, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How did you get started with Vandy 1?
Well, as I said before, in 2021, I got my flight stick and flew the Vandy 1 Tomcat around. And then coming to around 2022, 2023-ish, I got my PC, so I could finally explore DCS. And I honestly fell in love with the Vandy 1 skin, and I just flew around in that, and I just saw what I could do in the Hornet, and that's it. That's all I could figure out so far.
I believe you also had your debut DCS show at Virtual Dubai last season.
Correct. Yeah, that was That was very rough for me to fly, but we pulled it off.
That was also where you showed that the FAA does not exist for Virtual Vandy 1 when you flew in between the hole at that one hotel on the Dubai map.
Yeah, I kind of got my butt chewed out on that one. We're not going to talk about it, but it was a lot.
What advice would you give to like the new guy coming to the virtual air show scene who wants to fly at like big shows, VIAF, or even small shows? Like if they want to get into virtual aerobatics, like what advice would you give them?
I would say be yourself. Like do what your heart desires. Don't listen to what other people have to say unless it's good criticism. If it's good criticism, take their word for it, try it out. If you don't like it, do it your own way. I just, in my mind, I'm told things and I'm said, like, people tell me, oh, this is different, oh, this is that, this is that. I try to block out all the hate and just fly what I want to fly. What I think people like, I'm going to do. So I'd say be yourself and fly whatever you think you should fly.
All right, that's some pretty good advice. Now, I know this next question you for sure have an answer to. What is your favorite maneuver and why?
Vandy Special, hands down, because that is the maneuver that I stuck with since day one, even in the Tomcat in MFS. I tried it out. It obviously did not look the same, but it's the same concept, and I just fell in love with it because it's, I don't know, I feel like you see a loaded roll in a Super Hornet. It's pretty cool. And then also the flare dump coming down, that's just a bonus. But yeah, I'd say Vandy Special is definitely my favorite.
What is your most memorable air show and why? This can be for Flight Sim and DCS.
I would honestly say VIAF 2024 because that was my first ever live show in front of a decent amount of people. And sure enough, at the end, I ended up losing my wing because I didn't follow the numbers that I did last time.
Yeah,
so
I did see that.
It was a very bad situation. I was beating myself up over it, but in the end, it's a game, and I didn't really care in the end because everyone was still friends with me. So.
And at the end of the day, you know, it happened at the end of your demo too, which.
Correct.
Weird to say that would be the best time for that to happen, if it happens.
I agree. I would beg to differ, though. I still beat myself up over it. I'm very
fair enough
particular with how I fly my show, and if something goes wrong, I always beat myself up over it. So. But yeah, VIAF.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
What is the goal with your team? What do you hope to achieve with Virtual Vandy 1?
Once again, breaking every single rule possible and seeing how low we can get. We demonstrated that in our high alpha today. That was a little scary, but we pulled it off. That and also just putting on a good show, man. That's it. That's really it. As long as I can get people going and being like, oh my god, he's going to crash. That's what I like. I like to hear that. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, we will check if the audience has any questions. Someone asked, where was the wing snap at? Which I believe you did say, but if you want to repeat it, you can.
Yeah, okay, so the where the wingtip folds in, it broke off right there, and it sent me spiraling out of control. I could not recover. I basically pulled, I heard a pop, I looked off to my right. What happened? What happened? Oh, I lost my wing. And then I called, roll the trucks.
All right, well, that's all the questions I have, and there's not really anything else in the audience. So, yeah, everyone give some love to Killshot, and we're going to be switching to our info segment that also was there yesterday. So if you heard this yesterday, it does not, you know, really apply to you because you would have already heard this. But this is some news regarding virtual air shows and the future of virtual air shows. So thank you for joining us, Killshot.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good one.
You too, man.
All right, so on to the info portion of this little chit-chat. We now have a website which you can find. The link is in our Discord, and it is also in our Instagram bio. This is where you will find information on show dates, performers that are confirmed for the next show, and schedules for the show. Unfortunately, last night I was busy after the show, so I couldn't update the schedule to fit how we're having the show run today. But that was just a yesterday thing, and that will change in upcoming shows. Another big change we'll be making is next season we will be doing live shows. As many of you guys all know, a lot of these shows that we do is pre-recorded, with the exception of yesterday when the Virtual Vikings flew. That was a live performance, which was us experimenting, dipping our toes in the water of live air shows. So that is to come next season. And with these live shows, that means a dialed back show season schedule, because right now we're doing a show once a month, and that only really works when you're doing pre-recorded shows because, well, people just need to send videos. But when it comes to a live show, there's a lot of planning, and you need like months to actually plan up for those shows and practice and all that. The next thing we'll be changing is QC. We'll be changing the whole way you do QC and submit QC. There'll be a new sign-up form along with that, which will be posted soon. But that is all the news we have regarding the Virtual Air Show's future. We'll be having a small break, and then we'll be switching to our final act, which is, I believe, 50 Shades of Extra. And I believe they fly the Extra 330. It's a 7-ship. So you might want to stick around because you do not want to miss that. Anyway, we'll be having another 10-minute break. This will be where you can go to the bathroom, get a snack, get a drink, maybe grab dinner if you have time. So we'll be resuming the stream in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You don't want to miss it. Keep the stream up. We'll be back. Alright everyone, sorry for the long wait. We have the Infernos, or 50 Shades of Extra. They will be flying up next. We've never seen them before here at virtual air shows, so this is a completely new demonstration. I believe this is also their debut. They will be flying, I believe, the Extra 330. So this will be a really crazy demo. I can already tell just by the aircraft they're flying, and it's a 7-ship. That is really unique. So without further ado, let's welcome them to the stage for the first time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Inferno 8, BSAT, your commentator for today's display for this Inferno aerobatic team demonstration. Today, I will be narrating your show, joined by Kirby, live from the cockpit.
Hey, it's Kirby, live from Inferno 4 in the slot position. We're just lining up behind the crowd now at 180 knots, ready for the show opener.
What you are watching is a never rehearsed before demonstration improvised live today at Virtual Comox Airshow. This is the Inferno Aerobatic Team! As they pull up into the vertical, they will change from phoenix to chevron formation, making an emerald-like shape in the sky. Well, that loop was interesting to watch. Let's hope that they're not as shit for the rest of the performance today.
Fuck me, there was a lot of G's in that loop. Anyway, we're now repositioning to show left to prepare for our next maneuver called Inferno. Let's hope the solos don't get too dizzy as they roll around our smoke.
The Extra 330 is a high-performance aerobatic aircraft known for its agility and maneuverability. Designed for competitive and airshow flying, it features a symmetrical wing design for consistent performance in both upright and inverted flight. Ladies and gentlemen, watch as the solos get dizzy. This is the Inferno Wildfire. Looks like we had a slight inconvenience there from one of our number 6 pilots, callsign Scooby. Clearly he is not one of the brightest aboard the team. Shocking.
I'm still trying to get over from the jump scare from Scooby back there, nearly putting it in the bin. Right, I have no idea what we're doing next because I have to remind everyone this is a completely improvised maneuver and or performance, and I can currently hear the guys discussing the next maneuver in my ear. Since I'm talking, I have no clue what we're doing, so I think I'm just going to go along with it and hope for the best.
Flying alongside Inferno number 2 is Problem, lead pilot for the first and last demonstration of 2025, and thank the heavens that is the case. Well, ladies and gentlemen, looks like they're coming back in for an improvised break. Let's see what they can pull off here.
Next is our solo pilot, Snow, then for an improvised thing.
Yeah. You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone.
I think I've just heard Snow's vomit through the comms there. I'm not cleaning that up.
Watch as our opposing solos, Scooby and Joshers, get crazy as they fly inverted alongside each other, performing possibly one of the most breathtaking sequences you've ever seen before. Well, maybe.
I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All you ever did was wreck me. Yeah, you wrecked me. I put you high up in the sky, and now you're not coming down. It slowly turned, you let me burn, and now we're ashes on the ground. Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I can't live a lie, running for my life. I will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All you ever did was wreck me.
No need to show off, lads. Anyway, it's time for the best group, the Diamond. We're in for a pretty standard manoeuvre, actually. Every formation team in history has done this, to be fair, but, you know, here it is anyway. The Diamond Roll! Woohoo! Woo!
We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. So alive.
As the Diamond leave the showbox, Snows turns his pyros back on, and here he is to get dizzy once again. Let's hope he doesn't vomit this time.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Palms rise to the universe as we moonshine and Mali. Feel the warmth, we'll never die. We're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive.
Guys, this next manoeuvre is going to break my neck. We're doing 2 aileron rolls at 420 degrees per second at once. Well, anyway, let's go.
I saw the life inside you shine bright tonight.
Ah, crap. Yep, I'm going to need to see a chiropractor after that one. Holy. Anyway, behind the crowd, the pyros are already on. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the solos once again. Back in for an improvised demonstration of skill, you could call it.
So bright tonight, but don't you let go of my hand. You can cry every last tear. I won't leave till I understand. Promise me, just hold my hand. Raise your head, look into my wishful eyes. That fear that's inside you will lift, give it time. I can see everything you're blind to now. Your prayers will be answered. Let God whisper how to tell me you need me. I see that you're bleeding. You don't need to show me again. But if you decide to, I'll ride in this life with you. I won't let go till the end. Sometime tonight, but don't you let go of my hand. You can cry every last tear.
What a beautiful heart. It almost brings a tear to my eye and reminds me of how single and forever alone I am. How do you feel, Visa?
You're on your own on that one, Kirby. I think you're going to be single for quite a while, or maybe even forever at this rate. Anyway, Snows is back for some backwards flying, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what he can do.
I've got 3 people in front of me, I can't even see problem anymore. Where are we going? Anyway, this is our next maneuver. What are we going to call it? The Inferno Fuse.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mirror Loop. However, we will not be seeing an MJ appearance in tonight's show, unfortunately.
Well, I would be quite surprised if we did Visa. I mean, last time I checked, you know. Guys, listen to your instructor when they tell you to use more right rudder, because I'm gonna have to use fuck tons of right rudder in this one. This is the Inferno Detonator. Hey, that's me giving a little ring wave to everyone. Thanks for coming to the show today. Oh god, that hurt my neck again. My god, they came out of nowhere. That nearly took me out.
Bear with us as we rejoin for the final maneuver. And I've also just got word over the radio that Josh's girlfriend's parents aren't home, so he must have just shot off.
Yeah, don't worry, he shot off, understandable to be fair, but that's why we are the best pilots in the world. We are going to adapt. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the finale maneuver.
Thanks for watching this improved performance by the Infernos.
Alright, so that was the Infernos. As they said, this was their first and last show of the 2025 season. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys are all wondering a lot of things about that demo, so we're going to be bringing some guests into the VC, and we're going to be talking to some of them. Let me just quickly get some of the members of that team in this call that I'm in. Give me 1 second. I'll be back with you shortly once we have all the members here and we can start our team interview. Alright, I am now joined by the full team of the Infernos. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm glad,
Hi.
I'm glad Scooby is still here after the terrifying incident of him almost going into the trees.
I need to change my underwear after that, but my roommate had to check on me after that scream.
But yeah, I'm gonna start with the first question. Tell us what your team does.
Well, with the lead.
Yeah, well, as you saw, we fly the extra 330 like crazy. That's it. Try and do what we can. Push the airplane to its limits.
Alright, tell us about the team.
We are a 7-ship with 2 extra people on the ground helping us produce. It's a school project, actually. And we actually decided to do a speed run as well at the same time. So everything you saw today was, apart from the mod, was made today.
I am assuming that
That's
also
pretty much
includes routine and everything?
Yeah.
I did hear you
the
guys
routine was
say,
completely improvised.
Yeah, I did hear you guys say it was improvised. And I'm still going to ask this question for comedic purposes. How long have you guys been flying the demo for?
About 2 hours.
Less than that, I would say.
Alright, this question can be answered by all of you. I'll have you guys answer in order of the number you are on the team. What advice would you give to people wanting to get into virtual aerobatics and like virtual air shows and all that?
Well, for me, find something that you like, but also that's unique. You want to stand out, and you want to work hard, make it good, right? Have your own little twist to it. Doesn't matter what airplane, but do something that other people don't do, and really make people go wow, even though it's online. Do what you can, learn as much as you can. The first demo won't be the best, but you'll only improve from there.
And
yeah, I definitely
for pilot 2.
I definitely think that it's a really good community atmosphere that we have, and you can sort of see what we've done in just a day, and it's been a really fun thing to do for us. So anybody can do this, really. I mean, it's one of those things you just have to be around the right kind of people and have fun with it. That's really all I can say.
Yeah, I think that's the most important bit. You don't want to do like a demo just like to seem cool. Like if you're not having fun with it, like what's the point? You got to make sure you're having fun at the same time of doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately, Logic isn't here, so
he's not here. Then
that's me. For me, it's all about like the production quality. I mean, anyone can get it in the simulator and fly around and go into F11 mode and lock on their aircraft and then say it's a demo. But for me, it's everything else that brings it together: the music, the narration, the story that you're going to tell.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Considering, you guys did have, like, what I'm assuming at the time when you guys did fly that would be considered, like, a mess up. Like, when, for example, Scooby almost going into the ground. But you kind of fixed that with your production quality, making it more of a comedic act than, meant to be taken like some serious act, like something like Virtual Blue Angels.
We definitely won't compare ourselves to the Virtual Blue Angels. They are definitely in a league of their own.
That
they're
is
the best
true.
of the best. But we're here, they're Virtual Blue Angels are there to have fun and enjoy it as a hobby, and so are we, just in a different way, So completely different genres of team here.
And as a side note, on top of only flying for an hour and 30 minutes, that was like our first try. The same flight was recorded then. That was our first practice right there as well. So, did what we could.
Now for whoever's next in line that we have here, which I'm assuming would be... Who is next in line? Let me check.
Just take it to Snows.
Yeah. Well, like the rest of the guys here said, to create a virtual team, it's very easy. But it's very nice if you want to put a twist to it, but it also requires time and dedication to put up something like that, and creativity. So that's definitely one thing that you want to be looking out for when you're creating your own team, is that it's not simple to create something that other people haven't done, but when you put the time and effort into it, it's definitely worth it to see the project turn out you want it to be. So yeah, that's just my advice on it.
All right. Who's next in line?
Me, BSAT. Hello. Yeah. So obviously, any advice I have for myself as a commentator, probably make sure to keep your demonstration nice and unique. A lot of people like to be, pretty similar when they fly displays virtually, and I think it's definitely good to keep a, unique vibe to your demo.
That
to
is
make
true.
people engaged. Yeah, completely. Yeah.
I would say one of the curses of the virtual airshow community is the fact that almost every demo is an F-18 or F-16 demo.
Yeah.
Someone's at it.
But obviously, yeah, that's the one thing that I can give to the viewers here. People can take away with is just be unique. Honestly, that's what people want to see in the community nowadays, and so go after it. If you have the dedication to do it, you can do it.
Did we get through everyone, or do we still have someone else that can answer? Oh, I think we still have Valify.
Yeah. How dare you try to leave me out? My view as the emotional support guy for those lot, especially for Scooby and Kirby. I've got a free pair of underpanties from Scooby. Anyways,
I think that's the most important bit of your guys' team right there.
Great bond.
Cool. Yeah, team bonding. Yeah, I guess team bonding would be a big part. And won't be a pilot and you just stay on ground and feel like you're pilots, I guess.
On to the next question.
Oh, did you want Lockchalk to answer?
Oh, did he not answer? Yeah, Lockjaw, go ahead. Give us your answer to the last question.
I just echo what everyone else said. Practice. Practice makes perfect. Be unique. That's definitely something that'll make you stand out. And yeah, that's it.
It is a great point, but I love that your point was practice, and you guys flew one flight, and that was your demo.
Well, in general, yeah.
But I just find that funny. But yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, make sure you practice, because you rather have, like, say if you're doing your first show, you rather have it be a great show than, put on something sloppy and people might not want to watch it.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm going to ask this question, but you've only flown at one show. What is your most memorable air show?
Today.
Probably Comox.
Yep.
Probably Comox. Might be Comox, I don't know.
And this question also, this next question, I have a follow-up question that kind of goes hand in hand with it. What is, like, the goal with this team? And do you, like, actually plan on just having this be a one-off thing, like you said in your narration, or, like, are you going to continue with this act?
Well, okay, so, if you guys probably didn't know...
VIAF.
Yeah, VIAF. We're going to VIAF. Yes. Right now, we just made the decision, actually, this very moment, we're going to VIAF. Isn't that right, guys? This very second.
Yeah. We're going
now.
to dominate VIAF, dude.
I think that would be great. I'll be watching.
It's Snow's leading.
Oh, hell yeah. Then it was also decided on
As
this.
the
Then
virtual support.
We're all going to be in virtual
See-
Michael Goulian liveries.
I love the way your team thinks.
Hell no.
You think of what you want to do, and you're instantly to it. You're already planning for it.
That was pretty much how the whole of the day went today. Yeah.
But that concludes.
pretty much.
Oh wait, no. Someone asked the question in chat for problem. They said, "How is the extras TNLC?"
I've been waiting for this one. Well, who was that from? I know who that's from.
George. I'm not gonna pronounce the last bit because I don't want to butcher it.
Well, George, plus or minus 10 Gs. All I can say is turbo nose low capability. That's all I can say. You already know. Those who know,
Nerd.
those who know. And then another one says zip up his pants when you're done problem.
I don't.
So let's go ahead and get him banned here because I don't think that's very professional. That's actually extremely disrespectful.
Get out of there.
Problem, do you need any emotional support after that comment has been made?
I think I do, man.
I don't want to be a part of
But
this.
yeah, that
Okay.
that concludes my questions. Do you guys want to be the people to try and send off the stream in sync?
Wow. That would be
Alright, what will we say?
What did we say, guys?
What will we say? Wait.
Say,
Comox, have a good night.
No,
Just
no,
like
no.
that.
Just say goodbye. Goodbye.
Alright.
Goodbye. All right, on three. On three.
Goodbye.
1, 2, 3.